Hi everyone, I'm Shani. I'm an educator, a life coach, and a yoga teacher.
And I'm Laura. I'm a proactive health strategist.
And together we are Doubly Well. Welcome to today's episode, Love Begins With You. You know, it's Valentine's season and some people feel really happy about that and some people feel a lot of anxiety or sadness about that. And we want to kind of create some neutrality around that and talk a little bit more deeply about the concept of love and loving others, and most importantly on today's episode, loving yourself.
Absolutely.
Laura, you want to start?
Sure. Just like Shani said, how our episode is, what it's called is, it really does start with loving yourself first. Because when you love yourself first, then you are open to other people loving you. But when you really are closed and you don't love yourself, how can other people love you as well? So it really does start with you loving yourself.
You know, for me personally, my journey to loving myself started when I lost my parents. And I felt like, well, I guess it's up to me now because I don't have them to lean on or to support me or to tell me things were going to be okay. And I decided that I had to be that for myself. And that's really where I began truly, authentically understanding what that meant. Sometimes it's hard to understand even the concept of how do you love yourself? What does that mean? You know, how to do it consistently, how to create a lifestyle around a healthy relationship with you. And we're not talking about the kind where you're like, I'm so awesome, I'm so smart, aren't I cool? That's not
loving yourself.
That's giving you accolades.
And being arrogant.
But it's not loving yourself. Loving yourself is to try to understand your own feelings and try to understand your own needs and to try to meet those for yourself. You know, happiness is a big topic for people, and people say happiness is an inside job. Well, what does that mean? You know, how do I create that for myself? You create that with yourself by being genuine and vulnerable, just like you would with, you know, a partner or a friend or your children, but you create the relationship with you and you show up for you. And when things are hard, you're your own support. And when you need encouragement, you provide that for yourself. And when you need inspiration and motivation, you are that to you. It's a relationship between you. And when you can start to put more energy and time into authentically caring about yourself and caring for yourself, it also improves all the rest of your relationships, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think your opinion is pretty good. And you know, what else? You know, what I notice a lot of the time people do is their self-talk is really bad. How they talk to themselves on a regular basis. Oh, you look like crap today. Oh, you look fat. Oh, you were so bad last night. You did this, you did that. But if you think about it, how you talk to yourself, if you really think about how you talk to yourself, would you talk to your best friend that way? Would you talk to your mom that way? Would you talk to your husband that way? Would you be like, God, you look fat? No.
And if you're doing it in your mind, even to those other people, stop it.
Stop it.
If you're looking at your friend thinking you're this, you're that, and it's judging and criticizing, stop it. It's not healthy for you to be dwelling on negative thoughts about other people.
Absolutely.
And it's not healthy for you to do it to yourself. So we want to encourage you to start doing positive self-talk.
Absolutely.
And creating routines of loving yourself. And Laura, you have a routine, right?
Yeah.
You do. Can you share that?
Well, in the morning when I'm meditating, you know, I really love Louise Hay. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but
wonderful.
She's wonderful. She's got so many books, YouTube videos, everything, and she's all about saying nice things to herself and teaching other people how to talk nice to themselves as well. And she has great, her book, You Can Heal Your Life, has so many great affirmations in it that you can really get a lot out from. I love that. So I got this from her. And in the morning when I wake up and I'm meditating, I always say to myself, I love myself, I accept myself, and I release and let go of all that does not serve me. And I really try to start each and every day with telling myself that I love myself and I accept myself. And, you know, I'm not perfect. None of us are. You know, but I really want to talk nice to myself and be good to myself because, you know, I mean, it's yourself.
and you
deserve it.
And if that's challenging for you, you can start by thanking yourself.
Yeah.
Like when I go to yoga every morning, which is almost every single morning, you know, Laura and I are yoga people. before we start our practice, I always look in the mirror at myself and sincerely say, Shani, I love you. Thank you so much for coming here to take care of yourself. And throughout the day, you know, my career is about doing body work for people and doing life coaching for people and teaching, and it's a very outwardly giving practice. And I take time every day to do it back to myself. You know, thank you for going to teach and help those people. Thank you for being so kind and loving to that client today. You know, thank you for cleaning the house. I love living in a clean house. And that's a form of self-love too. Or you can say, you know, Shani or Laura, I'm so grateful that you followed through on this thing that you wanted to do, or tried something new and took a risk, or did that adventure. Like, just taking time to create affirmation of, you know, that you act, just to recognize yourself, essentially is what I'm trying to say.
It's important to recognize yourself.
And you can do it all day long. And when you start to talk that way to yourself, you don't want to talk poorly to yourself, and you don't want to criticize yourself, because you know what? It hurts. And it hurts when we do it to each other. You know, I don't look at Laura and look for flaws at all. I look at Laura like, wow, you are just a beautiful angel. You're so kind-hearted, and you're so open, and you're such a good friend to me, and you're so good to people. You know, like, that's what I'm focusing on. And when I talk to my own self, I also try to focus on those kind of qualities. And that's what love is. Not, hey, you won, you're so great. You know, that's not what we mean.
Yeah.
Right, Laura?
No, it's not about ego. Mm-hmm. It is just about accepting yourself for who you are, where you're at in your life right now, and your little accomplishments you do every day. Like, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was saying, you know, are you recognizing the little things that you do every day for yourself, and not saying, oh, not the one bad thing you did, you know? Mm-hmm. Are you, you know, it was great that I got up out of bed today. Mm-hmm. It was great that I was on time. Oh my God, good job being on time today. Mm-hmm. Good job, you know, being nice to that person that was having a rough day. Mm-hmm. Good job that, you know, you did your 20-minute exercise